Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I'm back for my weekly update, and this is Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher, and I hope you are all having a wonderful beginning to the weekend. Yes, it's Friday. Again, I am not on my regular weekly Wednesday filming day. Don't really know why, other than yesterday I wasn't feeling that great, and Wednesday I just didn't feel like filming, so I didn't. And so today I have off from work, so I thought I would film. So today is the beginning of a 4-day weekend for me. It is President's Day weekend here in the United States. Monday is President's Day. In February we celebrate the birthday of two of our leading presidents that had birthdays in February. George Washington's birthday was February 22nd, and Abraham Lincoln's was February 16th. So we split the two in half, and we celebrate on the Monday in between. So in schools, it's a federal holiday, so banks and government offices and everything are closed. That means schools are also closed. And every year my school closes on Friday and Monday. So it's a wonderful 4-day weekend for me. With that, I have I just bit my tongue. I have a jam-packed full day of crafting and FlossTube watching and Netflix binging, and I just got in from jogging 5 miles, so that was a wonderful thing because it's 60 degrees here. Yes, we're having a heat wave President's Day weekend, but I think it's supposed to potentially snow at some point. I don't know. I don't keep up with it because it changes on a daily basis, but it's 60 degrees here today, so I took advantage of it and I went jogging. So I came in, got cleaned up, and now I am filming. So let's jump right into it. We have lots to talk about. The very first thing is, last week we had a giveaway. Uno momento. I forgot to turn off my zooming, and that will drive me nuts, and I know drive some of you nuts. There we go. Okay. We had a giveaway last week. I'm giving away this Happy Farm Girl pattern. It is a Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet Company designs. It's So Emma Stitchery and Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet Company. So these were given to me to show on my channel, and they're just, as much as they are super cute, they are really not my style. So I thought one of you lucky people would have a much happier time stitching this. So the winner of this pattern is, and I pulled it up, it is Seaweed Otter. So Seaweed Otter, I'm going to link my email below, not link it, I'm going to put my email in the description below. If you can please email me your address, I will get this out to you as soon as I possibly can. Obviously Monday is a holiday, so the sooner you get it to me the better, or it'll be sometime next week that I get in the mail. So Seaweed Otter, I hope you like it. I would love to see updates on Instagram if you're on Instagram, or somewhere Facebook if you're in the Friday Off the Grid Facebook group. So there you go. We will have other giveaways down the road, but not today. Okay, let's jump right into it. It's been an interesting week of stitching and knitting. The very first thing I have to show you is, and this is in my Knits Best Thing bag from Dawn. She is one of my knitting friends who I met through the Fiber Friends, and I have I don't know what that is, complete pair of socks. So my next pair of socks are complete. This is the third pair this year so far for 2019 that I have done, and they turned out wonderfully. And you know, a lot of people say this yarn is a little bit rougher than the other yarns that I have worked with. I shouldn't say rougher. It's a little bit not as soft. So I personally really like this yarn, and I love the way that it turned out, the color, the coloring in it. So this, I might be buying another skein or two of this because this is a really nice yarn. I would knit some more, but this is all I have left. So there you go. Another small ball to add to my collection of yarn balls. Okay, so I can now gift this to my friend that since I've showed it to you on the channel, and he should enjoy them as much as I think he will. Too bad it's 60 degrees here and probably too warm for these. But anyways, so with that, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break from sock knitting because I've knit so many pairs of socks already. Just a little bit of break. I just need a little bit of a change. And so I'm going to focus on the scarf that I started last week, I think. All the days are running together. I think I started it last week. If you remember, it is a Pearl Soho diagonal pinstripe scarf. I found it on Ravelry. It is a free pattern, so you can go on there and find it. And I am doing it with, and I have this in my Evertote bag, knitting bag. So I am doing this with it's Knit Picks. It's a Knit Picks fingering weight. I can't remember what it's called right now, and I'm not going to get up to go find another skein. So the main color is the pumice heather, and the stripes are going to be the brass heather. And so far, this is where I have gotten to. So as you can see, here is the bottom of the scarf. And I've been able to, I am now working my way up the scarf. This is a yarn hog, just so you know. It takes a lot of yarn because you're working it on the diagonal. And the nice thing is you randomly put in the stripes. So wherever you want a stripe, you can put in. So I'm just randomly putting in stripes as I go. So far I have 3 stripes, and I'm really liking, there we go, that's a good view of this scarf. Super simple. It's in garter stitch. I have made a couple errors, but you know, it's a scarf. It's going to be worn and used, so you can't even tell by looking at it. I think it's just because the errors come whenever I accidentally drop a stitch and then I have to put it back on the needle. And I'm not used to, firstly, this yarn is a loose weave, so it's harder to pick it up with the crochet hook to pull it back through the loop. And so it's a little bit fiddly to get it taken care of. And then of course it's garter stitch, so you have to remember which side the stitch should be on in order to pick it back up. So yeah. So this is the front, and I just have one of my stitch markers, progress keepers, on there to remind me that that is the front. That's not any way of telling me where I've practiced or started from or not started from. That's just there to remind me which side is the front for pattern purposes. So there we go, my scarf. So that is going to be my sole focus on knitting for the time being, is going to be working on my scarf. And if I do feel like I need a change, I will work on, I'll make a dishcloth, because I have lots and lots of yarn to make dishcloths with, and there's no reason why I can't do that. I have an entire bag of dishcloth yarn. So that is all the knitting I have for you today. And I've only been working on one cross stitch pattern, and I think many of you will be super excited to see what it is. I've been working on my Heaven and Earth Designs, Henry VIII. We all know what he looks like, of course. Here he's what it should look like when he's done, but if you're new to my channel, this is my only Heaven and Earth Designs that I'm working on. I've been working on him for 2 years and 2 years and 3 months. I started him December 4th of 2016. And I'm currently working on this sleeve right here in this corner. And I have one more row of patterns or pages to go when I get that corner done. And here is where he is at to date. Let me put something behind it so I'm not coming through. There we go. So, as you can see, I started this page back in December, but I only had 2 colors done. And since I started this back up over the weekend or last week, I have filled in a decent amount of progress on this page. So I think the page starts right over here, and it goes up and over and down. So once I have this page done, I'm hoping to get it done this weekend. That is my President's Day weekend goal. Should not be a challenge at all. There's not a whole lot of stitching left on that page. Then I think I'm going to deviate from my regular starting back over here, and I'm going to come down here and work my way back to this corner and finish that last row of pages, and I'll be done. Super happy and excited about him, and very, very pleased that I'm in the mood to work on him. And like I've said in the past, when the mood strikes, I pull him out and I work, regardless of what I really want to be doing, because when it comes to that kind of stitching, I really need to be in the mood to work on Henry. Okay, so that is all the stitching I have for you. I have no purchases, but I do have some plans to talk about. So I've talked about the fact that I have wanted to really focus on the projects that I have on the go, since I have so many massive projects that I'm working on. But I'm always feeling the urge to start something new. Now, I made a personal goal for myself that I'm not going to start something new until I reach that goal, and that's a personal goal for myself, so I'm not going to talk about it here on the channel. But I do want to talk about what project I'm going to start next, and I have picked out 2 projects that have really been eating at me to get a start in. So I'm going to show them to you. I would love to hear which ones you would think you would like to see me start next. I really want to stitch both of them. So, and of course, keep in mind, they're my projects, and so I will keep the sole discretion of I will start what I want. But again, maybe you guys and your persuasion will sway me to start one over the other. So the first one is a kit that I bought going on 2 years ago, I think, and I wanted to start it right away and I never did. But this is my Ava Rosenstand Amsterdam kit. And I'll be stitching it with everything that it comes with, the threads, and I believe it's a 30 count linen. But I could be wrong. It's a linen or an even weave. And it's a 30 or a 30, it's something like that. 30 count, I think. It's a white linen. It's definitely a linen. So I'm just not sure what the count is at the moment. And I'm not going to pull it all out because it's hard to get it back in right at the moment. So I will be starting either this one, which is my Ava Rosenstand Amsterdam, or one that I bought last fall at Stitchville, the Autumn Forest Quaker by Weinberg, Strichting von der Weinberg. And this is with the called for DMC. And the fabric that I have chosen for this is a XJU Designs 46 count linen in light bunny. And there is the fabric that I have chosen for that. So, let me know what you would like to see me start. And I would love to hear which one and why from you in the comments below. I really love both of the patterns. They're both very different patterns. So one is more architectural and up my alley that way. One is more nature and Quaker. Quaker is not really my cup of tea, but I really, really love the high detail Quaker that this one provides. So, there we go. That's all I have for you today. No, it isn't all I have for you today. I have a little bit of a shop update. I have something that just fell. There we go. I don't know what that is. So, my shop update. Because it's President's Day weekend, I am offering free shipping for any pattern. There's no quantity requirement. So free shipping for any printed pattern in my Etsy store. The coupon code is President19. I will provide a link with the coupon code attached. So if you click on the link, it'll automatically take you to my store with the provided coupon code. So you don't have to worry about the coupon code. But if you do not use the link, just type in President19 at the checkout and you will get free shipping for any patterns that you purchase between now and midnight on Monday. Midnight February 18th. So through Monday night, February 18th, Eastern Standard Time, you will get free shipping on any patterns you purchase for my shop, Ginger Gerald Designs. I hope you enjoy. I'm currently working on some designs this weekend since I have extra time that I'm really, really enjoying and hoping that you guys will like as well. And they will be coming out this spring and lots to come in the near future. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful week. I probably will not have a craft with me this weekend just because I have so much other stuff going on, but we will see. If I do, I do. If I do. If I don't, I don't. But regardless, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to always be creative.